Did you know that the world's first billionaire was a Christian? Not only that, but his life story challenges everything we think we know about wealth, faith, and generosity. Stick around because you might just rethink how you view your own financial blessings. Throughout history, there's been an ongoing debate that's almost as old as time itself. Can generosity and faith really lead to financial prosperity? Some say giving to God and others enriches your soul, but doesn't necessarily guarantee material wealth. Others believe that when you give from a place of genuine faith, divine blessings flow, including those sweet blessings of financial success. One man who lived this out and whose story still sparks debate today is none other than John D. Rockefeller. This man didn't just make history, he redefined it. From a young age, Rockefeller believed that God had called him to be a steward of wealth, and not just any wealth, a fortune that would make today's billionaire look like they were playing Monopoly. He didn't wait until he was rich to start giving. He began tithing from his very first paycheck at 16. He decided 10% of his earnings were going to God. Talk about starting young. By 21, he was already leading a fundraising campaign that saved his church from foreclosure. $2,000 in 1859 was no small change. But at just 25 years old, Rockefeller didn't just make a lot of money. He became the wealthiest man in America, running a monopoly that controls 90% of the nation's oil refining. Imagine owning almost all the gas stations in your town. Pretty mind-blowing, right? But here is where it gets interesting. Despite amassing an insane fortune, Rockefeller wasn't living the lavish lifestyle the media hoped to expose. No flashy cars, no wild parties. It was all about quiet family time and going to church. Journalists couldn't find a single scandal to write about. The only luxury he indulged in, a peaceful life focused on his faith. In fact, he once said, "God will give money to you if he can get it through you." That's some serious wisdom right there. By the time he turned 53, Rockefeller became the first ever billionaire in America, but his story wasn't one of endless success. At 53, Rockefeller's health took a nosedive, and he was so sick he could only eat crackers and milk. Rumors flew that he was on his deathbed. Newspaper even wrote his obituary. People thought he was finished. But then, something miraculous happened. One sleepless night as he lay there, ill and on the edge, Rockefeller turned to God in prayer, and in that moment he received the vision, a message that would change his life forever. God spoke to him saying, "All the money in the world will do you no good, in heaven or hell. Your job and your responsibility are to give it away to bless others." And just like that, Rockefeller made a decision that would reshape his legacy. The very next day, he created the John D. Rockefeller Foundation, one of the most influential charitable organizations in the world. His philanthropy would go on to change the course of history, funding medical research that eradicated diseases, improving public health, and creating education opportunities. Rockefeller didn't just accumulate wealth, he gave it away. His generosity didn't just improve the life of millions, it actually healed them. He found peace in giving, he found healing, not just for his soul, but for his body as well. He lived another 40 years, giving away much of his fortune he had built. By the time he passed away in 1937, his wealth was a staggering 1.5% of America's entire economy, an amount that today would translate to a net worth of about $340 billion. To put that into perspective, Elon Musk, the richest person today, has just about $440 billion. And here is the kicker. Rockefeller's wealth didn't come from hoarding. He became truly rich because he gave. His life teaches us that real wealth isn't measured by how much you keep, but by how much you give. It's a lesson in generosity, stewardship, and deep fulfillment that comes when you use your resources to bless others. John D. Rockefeller's legacy is a powerful reminder that wealth isn't just about accumulating more. It's about understanding the greater purpose behind what we are given and sharing it generously. It proved that wealth, when viewed through the lens of faith and stewardship, can bring both material success and spiritual richness. So next time you think about money, remember, real wealth isn't measured by what we keep, but by what we give. And if anything, let Rockefeller's life inspire you to rethink what success really looks like. If you found the story inspiring, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who needs a reminder of what true wealth really is. God bless you.